everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today I'm really excited to be doing this video. It is the top 10 favorite fall eyeshadow palette tag. I'm sure I got that wrong, but basically it's gonna be all my favorite fall eyeshadow palettes. Now this was created, or at least recently created, by Samantha March. Samantha mentioned on her channel that she kind of got the idea, it had been floating around a little bit, but she's the one that we got the inspiration from, so we're gonna credit you, Samantha. So thank you so much for coming up with the idea, and thank you for your kind words of encouragement for us to go ahead and do it. When I keep saying us, there is a number of lovely content creators that are doing this tag with me today, and so I will go through them in no particular order, and they're all amazing, and I'm sure you're already subscribed to all their channels, but if you're not, definitely go check them all out. And if you're coming over from one of their channels, thank you so much for coming over and saying hi. So first we have Eileen from A Merch Beauty. She cracks me up. She has impeccable taste. We share almost the exact same taste in shoes and clothing. It's hilarious. We have random text conversations about Gucci and Louis Vuitton and their whole new like fall selection. So that in and of itself is it's just wonderful. Next is Cara from Beauty and the Frizz. Cara is just the sweetest, kindest person. If you watch her videos, you know that she's always talking about taking care of yourself and making sure that you are being kind to yourself, which is I think a message that we all need to hear more often. She also has an amazing talent. Her looks are phenomenal. I mean, they always come out beautifully. No matter what color story you're talking about, they're perfect. Some of the shades she uses, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't even try. So check out her channel if you haven't already. Third is Kelly from Keep Beauty Real, Kelly Rettenberger. And Kelly is a licensed makeup artist and hairstylist. Kelly is the most calm, collected, elegant person that I have met here on YouTube. There are content creators that I follow that I look up to and hope to be like someday, but Kelly I've gotten to know, and her demeanor is just, she's always so put together. She's always so calm. She imparts, great knowledge, but is funny and witty. There's really not much more I can say. Oh, and she has perfect hair. So, that's a plus. Fourth is Yadi from Yadi Beauty. Yadi is a spitfire. She has more energy in her finger than I have in my entire body. Yadi is always ready to do the next thing, to come up with the next idea. She is excited about all the beauty and the makeup and wants to tell you all about it, and is just, it's contagious. She is a lovely person and has great videos, and again, if you haven't checked her out, please do. Last is Jennifer from Just Glow Firefly. Jennifer and I recently just did a collab. In fact, I've done collabs with all of these lovely content creators. Jennifer is just, she's stunning and lovely and sweet, and she does an amazing job, I think, of explaining the products that she's using and how they work for her. Her Instagram stories are phenomenal. It's an area that I really do need to work on. I'm gonna put some time and effort into it in the extra 10 hours a week that I can find. But yeah, she just does an amazing job, and I admit I love her Southern drawl. I always wanted, growing up here in Boston, I didn't pick up any accent. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. So those are the 5 lovely women that I am collaborating with today on this top 10 fall eyeshadow palettes. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so, I've said before, and I think I've said many times, that I don't believe there are particular rules to makeup, to beauty, fashion. I think you wear what you want to wear when you want to wear it. If you like pinks, you wear pinks. If you like wearing big hats, you wear big hats. However, there is, I think for most of us, a sense as we move into fall or as we move into summer, as seasons change, there's a feeling of changing up your look or maybe your fragrance. I tend to do deeper, thicker, heavier fragrances in the winter and the fall than I do in the summer. Same with my makeup. So what I thought I would do with the ones that I picked are the ones that evoke fall for me. The ones that when I look at, I get a, oh, that's a fall feeling. That is not to say that you can only wear these in the fall, I promise. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna get all these letters, like all these, I'm gonna get all these comments and be like, I wear that year round. And be like, no, I'm not saying that. Please, seriously. Okay, so the first one is the quad that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. This is the Chanel, and we'll put the name down below, but of course I will pronounce it wrong. The Eclat Enigmatique, that's what I'm going with. And this to me literally screams fall. I don't know how you get a more fall quad than this. I really don't. Like it's like somebody came to New England and went, hey, let's put that in an eyeshadow. Now, I believe this came out, I think it was last year, but I honestly, I don't know. That's one thing I'm not good at. Like I don't write down, this was the season for this, and this is when I bought this. I just know what I like and I collect things, but I don't necessarily know like what year they came out. There are some people who are like, oh, that was a 2015 summer, and I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea when things launch. Usually holiday collections I can call out because they, you know, they're usually very different, or at least blingy enough that you know, oh, that was holiday. But other than that, I don't know. So that's what I have on my eyes right now. It's a beautiful quad, very pigmented, very Chanel. It's beautiful, and I love it. And I think you can see, it's pretty obvious why that one is fall. Hopefully you all agree with me on that one. Okay. So I'm not doing these in any order. I'm just having fun going through my top 10. Okay, so the next one is relatively new to me. This is the Chocolates by Juvia's Place. I really like this palette. I think the shades are extremely pigmented. I think that's true in all the Juvia's Place palettes. But I also think that this particular one, and I'm just gonna do two of the shades, are really fall-like to me. Like these two shades especially, this is a very much like a bronze, and this is more like a copper. This is a satiny shade, this is more of a matte. And I just think they're beautiful. I mean, does that not call out fall to you? It does to me. I just think that, and I just think they have a beautiful formula. The Juvia's Place, they always do a fantastic job. They're absolutely excellent. Okay, so two down. Next is, I was going through and I was trying to do different ones. Like I was trying not to do duplicate brands, but it is hard because I will admit I do have preferences. There are brands that I like more than others, but I think I managed to do that. We'll see. The third is the Pat McGrath, and this is the Platinum Bronze 6-pan. I've shown this before. I did it in my wardrobe eyeshadow palette tag. This is like one of my favorite Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes, actually. It's just a beautiful palette. I just think the shades in here are gorgeous. They call fall to me, and you know, it's Pat McGrath. I mean, I'll just swatch one of the shades. Look at that. Look at that. It's like this goldy coppery. I mean, that's stunning. And that is not to say that there aren't motherships that I think would work for like a fall palette. The Star Wars ones, the Decadence occur to me as more fall-like. Obviously, I'm not sure. I think this is going up after the new Mega 18-pan palette goes out. And I've asked you guys if you want me to pick it up or not. I've gotten kind of 50-50 responses, so I'll probably pick it up. I do have one of the Star Wars 6-pans. I do not have both of the Star Wars 6-pans. So, you know, there's only 6 new shades in that, but the price point is pretty reasonable. It's, I think, $78. So I will probably pick it up. I will definitely be picking up the rest of her holiday palette that has the quads and the blushes and the blush and all that stuff, but that's not until October. So you know, that was totally off track, but there you go. All right, so that's the third one. Okay, fourth. This is Autumn Rain. This is by Sydney Grace, and I love Sydney Grace shadows. I hear that the Enduring Love palette's coming back very soon. I will absolutely buy that. This one is, of course, autumn, fall. The name of it's Autumn Rain. I'll pick a shade. Let's pick Magnificent Chestnut to show you guys today. It's a gorgeous palette. All of the shades are beautiful. The pigments are beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm going to do a look with this soon because it's just so gorgeous. The whole palette's gorgeous. Like I said, Enduring Love should be out soon. When it is, I will pick it up. But I'll definitely do a look with this, you know, sometime this fall. I mean, here's another one. This one's Fallen Splendor. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not fall? I mean, like, if I had to pick one that's like a palette, not a quad, that would be my like most fall palette. And then the Chanel one would be the quad out of all of these. But I mean, I mean, look at that. It's amazing. Their single eyeshadows are amazing as well. I'm not a single eyeshadow person in general, so I did not pick those up. They were recently back up in stock, but it's just, I know me, I won't use them, so I didn't, you know, I'm not gonna spend the money, especially with holiday coming, and there's a lot to buy, but they're stunning. They're really, really beautiful. And one of the content creators that I'm doing this video, I'm collaborating with for this video, Cara from Beauty and the Frizz, she has recently done a bunch of curated single shadow Sydney Grace looks. You should check out those videos. I mean, the looks she created are amazing, and the shadows, I mean, I've seen nothing to compare to them. They're amazing. Number five. Number five is the Tom Ford Cognac Sable. Now, this is not one that people talk about that much. At least I haven't heard them talk about it that much. And mine is well loved and kind of messy, but I love this quad. Let me show you the shiny, like, a lot of these shades look similar. Shocking, right? That I've picked up on these like fall, but look at that. Look at, like, this one has more of like almost like a glitter to it, which on the eye is amazing. And then this shade is a beautiful satin. This one is really nice on the eye. It's like, you can make it work appropriate. Well, anything's work appropriate, but you get what I mean. You can make it more like daytime, and then you can use more of that glittery shade on the eyelid at night. Stunning. I mean, it's stunning, really. It looks beautiful. Okay, that's five. Okay, now we're moving to the other arm because that's how I have to do this. Okay, number six, the Marc Jacobs Extravagance palette. I love this palette. I really do. I love the shades in here. I just think the greens are beautiful, the olives, the browns. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. The formula is beautiful. It's really, really nice palette. It calls out. I mean, I think it screams fall. You know, maybe because it came out, you know, in the summer, and so it missed its mark in regards to color story, but I really love this one. I think it's a beautiful palette. It's a great formula. Love it. Number seven, the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. You knew I was gonna come up. Come on, guys. Seriously? Bronze palette wasn't gonna be in my fall collection. Look at that. Look at that. The newest Glam palette, honestly, would be in my collection. It would be my top fall ones as well, but I wanted to do more than, I wanted each one to be a different brand. So that's why I don't have that. And there's the green brown would be in here too, because I think that's also a huge, amazing fall palette. Let's pick Gloaming Look at that. Does that not scream fall? Come on. Beautiful. Yeah, this one is, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious why that's fall. You know, I mean, I think anything that's called the bronze palette, you're probably going to get included in a lot of fall collections. So, just saying. Okay, so that's 7. The 8th is BH Cosmetics Love in London. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this one on my channel. I don't think I have, or maybe I have, but this is a great color story. And to me, looks very fall. I'll show you a couple shades on my hand. Let's do Queen. It's a terrible swatch, but, and let's do London. Because I feel like we need to have some blue in there. Look at that blue. Look at that. It's just beautiful. I mean, I love it. I love the BH Cosmetics have really good formulas, guys. They don't get a lot of attention. They're, you know, a smaller brand, but I think their formulas are phenomenal. Every time I've gotten a palette, I've liked it. I think they have really good price points. I think the Love in London is a really good curated palette. I mean, it's got, to me, they're more like fall tones, but there are some lighter shades that you can mix in to, you know, create a lighter look. I just think it's beautiful. And maybe I talked about this one when I talked about my travel palette. I'm doing so many videos, guys, I can't remember. That's really terrible. Anyway, so this is number 8. Number 9. Number 9 is the Victoria Beckham. This is the, if I could open it for you, the Silk palette. And I did do a video showing this, and I really like this particular one. I like her formulas in general. Her lip liners are really good, her eyeliners are really good, but this particular one has more of like a shiny, shimmery satin kind of look to it. I think it's perfect for fall, and it's really easy. This shade makes a great like illuminator, highlighter on your face, as well as an inner corner or a brow bone. And the formula is beautiful, it's clean beauty, it has great lasting powder and power, and I think that's very fall to me. Plus, it's really tiny, which is nice for travel, if I ever travel again. Because it's gonna happen someday, right? Last but not least, and you knew I had to mention it, Dior. If you've been watching my channel at all, you know that recently, you know, I've loved luxury makeup for a very long time. I started playing around with makeup when I was a very small kid, and I used to make up my younger sister, who still, I'm sure, has flashbacks about it, but I put makeup on her all the time, dressed her up, made her do like fashion shows. And so I've always loved makeup, but I didn't really get into luxury makeup until later, mostly because I couldn't afford it, but also because when I was in law school, I worked for Chanel. And then I, you know, did some makeup artistry work. And so I really developed a love for excellent, really better quality makeup. And I did use Dior back in the day. And to be honest, if Dior's not gonna watch this, but let's say they ever do, it's not like their products were bad, but I was never like bowled over by Dior. So when Dior came out with their new Quints, I was like, okay, I will try them. They look beautiful, and let's see what happens. And I bought, I don't know, like four or five of them, and I was blown away. I could not believe how amazing the formula was. Like seriously, far beyond anything that I was using practically for any other brand except for maybe Sydney Grace from a consistency standpoint. Like some Tom Ford quads are my favorite and I love them, and others I'm kind of like, eh. Same is true of Chanel, same is of pretty much everything. But the Dior, the new Quints, the new formula, outstanding. 10 out of 10. And so I bought 12 of them. I know, 12. And the one that I picked for fall, I don't think is a surprise. It's the Mitza Quint. I did an eye look with this, of course. I did an eye look with all of them. And the shade that's my favorite in here, I'll show you. Do I have any room left in my hand? Yes. right here. That's my favorite shade. They're all beautiful, but that's my favorite. And what I would say about, you know, all the shades, all the palettes that I've picked today, obviously they have more of a warm toned, burnt orange, reddish kind of look. When I think of fall, that's what occurs to me. I think of coppers and bronzes and goldens, and like if it's gonna be a blue, it's gonna be like that deep blue, greens, but you know, forest greens. And those are my favorite shades. I love all of those shades. And fall is my favorite time of year. Here in New England, I think it's the best time of year. I think the weather's perfect for me. It smells better. I know that sounds crazy, but you know, there's like wood burning fireplaces everywhere. It's just, to me, it's the best time of year. And so when asked to do this collab with all of these amazing people, I was thrilled because one, they're all amazing and I'm happy to know them. And two, putting together a fall list, it just makes me happy. So that is my entire list for today, guys. Again, if you haven't checked out the other content creators that I mentioned throughout this video, please go over. I'll have their links below in the description box. And of course, if you're coming over from one of their channels, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. We try to do as many luxury high item beauty products that I can fit into the videos. I'm also over on Instagram and trying to build up all my content over there. So take a look over there and let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. Thanks again for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in another video really soon.